Our keynote speaker this morning is a true advocate of education and the power it holds in one's life. Rita Johnson Mills is an individual who embodies perseverance, leadership, and integrity, three defining characteristics reflected in her career and educational journey. Rita Johnson Mills currently serves as an independent director serving on the board of Brookdale Senior Living, Inc. A true force in the world of healthcare, she is passionate about increasing the quality of health services to vulnerable members of society. She also serves as the CEO of Nightingale Partners, a Washington, D.C. based business dedicated to improving quality and reducing costs of healthcare by investing in social factors of health. Throughout her career, Rita has been the recipient of numerous awards and accolades. In 2016, she was honored in the top 10 most powerful women in business. In 2017, she was named the most admired CEO in Nashville Business Journal. In 2018, she was named a director to watch, and in 2019, Rita was named by Women Inc. the most influential corporate director. In addition to these incredible experiences, she has served on the YWCA Nashville, Middle Tennessee Board of Directors since 2016. It is with great honor and respect that I introduce you this morning to our 2020 graduation keynote speaker, Rita Johnson Mills.
Thank you so much, Cade. And I have to start off by saying good morning and congratulations to the 2020 graduates of the Family Learning Center. Good morning to you, good morning to your family, good morning to your friends. I also want to thank Sharon Robertson and the entire staff of the YWCA of Nashville and Middle Tennessee for bestowing this honor upon me. This has very, very special meaning to me for many, many reasons and in many, many ways. I absolutely loved watching you in the videos. I loved all of the tributes, and clearly, very clearly, you are the talk of the town. Whether it took you 2 to 3 months or 2 to 3 years to get to this place, you persevered, you made it, you did not quit. I'm going to tell you a story about another young lady who did not quit, and she owned her own destiny to get to where she is today. So this little girl grew up in a very small town called Missouri. There should be a picture that will show, that will let you see exactly how she grew up. As you can see there are 3 little girls in this picture. It's a very old picture. It was taken many years ago. These 3 little girls were best friends, playing in the dirt, playing in on the unpaved streets of this small town called Hayti. Most people didn't believe that anything good could come from that little town, especially from little Black and brown girls that grew up in that town. If you know anything about the state of Missouri, if you look at the way the state is shaped, there's a little boot at the bottom of the state of Missouri, and it looks like the heel of a boot. That little small town called Hayti was in Pemiscot County, which is right in the center of that heel of the boot in the shape of Missouri. Most people have never heard of Hayti. They've never heard of Pemiscot County. It's about 3 hours south of St. Louis, Missouri, and 90 minutes north of Memphis, Tennessee. Pemiscot County was then, and still is now, the poorest county in the state of Missouri. We didn't have easy bake ovens back in that day. So those 3 little girls used dirt, water, and the sun to make their mud pies and to play like they saw some of their white community kids playing with those ovens in their backyard. So they improvised, they made a way, they found a way. So I know somebody out there understands what I'm talking about and can associate with this story. This little girl is one of 12 children born to a single female in this little small town. She wasn't supposed to graduate high school, but she did. This picture of her high school is the exact replica of that same high school that stands in Haytag, Missouri today. Very small, 2-story brick building where she graduated from and many others did. She was pretty smart, so she graduated with honors. When she went to her high school counselor to ask her about colleges, because she heard all of the majority white kids talking about going to college, she decided maybe she should do that too. So she went and talked to her her high school advisor, and her advisor said to her, "Why are you talking to me about college? Black girls don't go to college. You need to find a job and get married. That's what little Black girls do from this town." So that little girl didn't go to college right away. Instead, she got a job in a factory. For about 3 months, with everyone there helping her trying to make production, she failed miserably. And her foreman called her into the office and said, "I'm going to have to let you go. You're not cut out for this kind of work." She quickly agreed with her foreman and begged him not to fire her, but to allow her to work through the end of the holidays, and she would quit. That very day when she left that factory, hot and dirty, tired, she went and made some phone calls, and she got herself enrolled in Lincoln University in Missouri. So while she wasn't supposed to graduate high school, she definitely wasn't supposed to go to college and graduate, because her high school counselor, someone that she trusted and believed in, told her that Black girls don't go to college. Well, that little Black girl continued to defy the odds and shatter the myth that Black girls don't. Black girls don't graduate high school. She did. Black girls don't graduate college. She did. Black girls definitely don't go on to higher education to work on master's degrees. That little Black girl did. Black girls don't grow up to administer programs that they grew up on, like Medicaid, AFDC, food stamps. That little Black girl did. Black girls don't go on to work in the federal government to oversee policy development for the very programs she grew up on. That little Black girl did. Black girls don't make it to corporate America to serve in executive positions. That little Black girl became a chief executive officer of a major corporation. We all know that Black girls don't grow up to become president and CEOs in Fortune 500, Fortune 100, Fortune 10 corporations? Well, that little Black girl did. Black girls don't continue to own their destiny and say, I need to continue to break glass. And so I want to own my own business. I'm tired of working for someone else. That little Black girl did. And certainly, Black girls don't grow up to serve as independent directors of large corporations. You know the theme, that little Black girl did. Certainly, whatever we accomplish as Black and brown people, we never share our experiences and the lessons that we learned to help others come along. That little Black girl does. And she will share some of those with you today. The first one is find the fire and ignite your inspiration. What are you going to be passionate about? What's important to you in life? And grab it and move forward with it with all of your being. Realize that life is all about relationships. Invest in them. Learn how to network with others, and then how to make that net work for you. Always make sure that when you are investing in others, you're finding out what you can do for them and how they can help you. It's really an important lesson in life to realize that it's less about being impressive and more about making an imprint. So let others take you as you are or not at all. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. By being yourself, you put something beautiful into the world. And something beautiful that was not there before. So walk your path confidently and don't expect anyone else to understand your journey, especially if they have not been exactly where you are going. Invest in a personal board of directors. We all need advisors. We all need people that we can trust, people who will be honest with us, people who will have our best interest at heart, people who will tell us when we're wrong and praise us when we're right and help us to overcome any barriers that come our way. Challenge yourself and keep growing. Don't stop. What's next? You're graduating today. Is it now going to a trade school? Is it now community college? Whatever it is, don't stop learning. Always operate with the highest level of integrity. At the end of the day, our word is all we really have, and you have to protect it. Morals, honesty, all of those things are important. And now that you have achieved this very, very, very important milestone, know that people are watching you now more than ever. Your leadership shadow is on display. So remember, if you see something and you allow it, you're promoting it. So always be aware that the shadow that you cast is very, very large. Know your power. It's better to look back on life and say, I can't believe I did that, than to look back and say, I wish I did that. In the end, people will judge you in some way or another anyway. So don't live your life trying to impress others. Instead, live your life impressing yourself and leaving an imprint. Love yourself enough to never lower your standards for anyone. Never. Faith, family, and fun, in that order. Really important. Pay close attention to those that you care about. Sometimes when a loved one says, I'm okay, they need you to look them in the eyes and hug them tight and reply, I know you're not. And don't be too upset if sometimes people seem to only remember you when they need you. Feel privileged that you're like a beacon of light that comes to their minds when there's darkness in their lives. Your health belongs on a pedestal. One of the tributes talked about taking care of yourself. Make sure you get those annual exams. Make sure that you exercise. Take care of your mental needs, rest, do the things that you need to do to take care of you so that you can continue to be here for those that need you. I've added another one here, and that is be determined to be positive. Understand that the greatest part, the very greatest part of your journey is about your attitude. And as you think is how you are. So remember, you are the talk of the town. You are powerful. I am powerful. I am that little girl, that little Black girl that dumped, that little Black girl that can't, that little Black girl that should never have gone to college, that should not be speaking with you right now. Instead of being angry with that high school counselor, I've turned what she told me not to do into my journey to prove that Black girls do. And I'm very grateful for having the opportunity to have done that. So I want you to know that you are powerful. Own your destiny. Trust your thinking. Your thinking is your power. You are smart. You are good enough. Stand for change. Use your voice. No matter how it quivers, do not be silenced. Vote, vote, vote. Did I say vote? It is your power. It is your power. Use that power and life can become simple again. Just choose to focus on one thing at a time. You don't have to do it all, and you don't have to do it all right now. Breathe, be present, and do your best with what's in front of you now. What you put into life will eventually give you back many, many times over. So again, I say, own your destiny. Don't fall for the okie doke about all the things that you shouldn't be doing in this time of the serious virus that we're faced with. Wear a mask or face covering. Social distance, even from large family events if necessary. Make sure that what you do to protect you is also protecting your families. And wash your hands. Hand washing with soap is the #1 defense against this virus. Wash your hands. Own your destiny. Proudly proclaim your accomplishments. You did that. Don't downplay it. Scream. Look at me. I did it. I did that. Walk like the badass graduate you are. Talk like the badass graduate you are. Breathe in the future and breathe out the past. No matter where you are or what you're going through, always believe that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Never expect, assume, or demand. Just do your best. Control the things that you can control, and then let it be. Because once you have done what you can, it is meant to be. It will happen, or it will show you the next steps that need to be taken. So breathe in the future. Breathe out the past. You are on a new journey now. Use your newfound power for change. Use your newfound power for good. You are the talk of the town. Go out and receive all of the love that awaits you. Again, congratulations, class of 2020. And thank you for allowing me to share my journey and how I owned my destiny with you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Rita, for those amazing words. We are so fortunate to have had you speak with us this morning and share your story.